bin Laden and the Taliban. That provided a momentary morale boost. You could say it was justice served. But they aren't putting an end. This administration is not putting an end to the ever-growing terror networks that are still out there. Al-Qaeda is arguably just as strong today as they've ever been. Their affiliates in Syria and Yemen have more territory now than they've ever had in the past. ISIS, despite a few territorial losses, still maintains control over their capital and Syria's most profitable oil fields. Mosul, which is the second largest city in Iraq and its largest Sunni Arab majority city, is still in the hands of the Islamic State. Not only does the, quote, JV team, as President Obama puts it, control vast amounts of territory in both Syria and Iraq, they've increased their capability and they've expanded into Europe like an invading army. President Obama has tried to cover up his failed foreign policy with more bad policy that risks American lives. But will he apologize for terrorists before he will apologize for his own wrong actions? In fact, in the aftermath of the San Bernardino attack last December, what did President Obama do? He jumped in right away to decry the threat of Islamophobia in his final State of the Union address.
And that's why we need to reject any politics that targets people because of race or religion. Let me just say this.
These assholes are clapping.
This is not a matter of political correctness. This is a matter of understanding just what it is that makes us strong. The world respects us not just for our arsenal. It respects us for our diversity and our openness and the way we respect everything. His Holiness Pope Francis told this body, from the very spot that I'm standing on tonight, that to imitate the hatred and violence of tyrants and murderers is the best way to take their place. When politicians insult Muslims, whether abroad or our fellow citizens, when a mosque is vandalized, where a kid is called names, that doesn't make us safer. That's not telling it like it is.
Turn this off.
We shouldn't condemn entire groups of people or lash out violently towards the innocent. It's what he didn't say. He refuses to disavow the radical Islamic ideology that is taking American lives. Whose feelings is he trying to protect with that? The terrorists? They seek to destroy us. Iran celebrates Death to America Day, while President Obama is busy making deals with Ayatollah Khamenei, and the Ayatollah is busy calling Israel the little Satan and calling us the great Satan. But this is President Obama's greatest accomplishment? I mean, come on. A nuclear deal that gives more power to the terrorists who tell us they want to destroy us? This is not how we keep the world more safe. It's not how we protect our freedom and freedom around the world. We secure our nation by first being honest about the real threats to our liberties. High among them is radical Islamic terrorism. We need to stand proudly by our long story of protecting our God-given rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We need a president who understands that national security is more important than personal legacy. It's more important than an exhibit in a presidential library. Our nation's history isn't one of arrogance, but one of gratitude to our Creator for the gift of freedom and a courage to defend every single one of our rights. That's why we have to defeat radical Islamic terrorism. That's why we must condemn evil for what it is. That's why we need to stop apologizing for our commitment to the principles that have made this nation a lighthouse for liberty for the entire world.